Anson Mount reveals Star Trek: Strange New World's real lead character. People keep calling this an ensemble show, and it's not. When Star Trek: Strange New Worlds launched in 2022, the show seemed like a throwback to classic Trek. Episodic adventures, bold exploration, and a cast that gave everyone from Captain Pike to Cadet Uhura their own moments. Viewers hailed it as a modern ensemble series, one where the bridge crew carried equal narrative weight. But according to Anson Mount, who plays Captain Christopher Pike, that perception misses the real heart of the show. In a recent interview, Mount candidly stated, "People keep calling this an ensemble show, and it's not," igniting a conversation across Trek fandom about who really leads the USS Enterprise. The illusion of an ensemble. From the pilot episode, Strange New Worlds felt like it had learned from the mistakes of other recent Trek offerings. Instead of leaning too heavily on serialized mystery boxes, it carved out episodic stories that gave characters like Spock, Lon, and Hammer time to shine. Fans pointed to standout episodes such as Memento Mori and Children of the Comet as proof of the ensemble's strength. Yet Mount argues that what looks like equal footing on screen is more of a narrative device than a true co-leadership dynamic. "Our episodes rotate focus," he explained, "but the audience's emotional anchor is Pike. His decisions, his future, his very philosophy of command, those ripple through every storyline. That's not an ensemble. That's a series with a central lead who makes space for others." Mount's comments echo what Strange New Worlds quietly set up from the beginning. A show about a man facing a known tragic fate. The accident at Talos foreglimpsed in the original series, and how that knowledge shapes his choices. Even when Spock wrestles with his dual heritage or Number One hides her Illyrian identity, the stories ultimately reflect back on Pike's values and leadership style. Pike at the center of the star map. Looking closer, the evidence for Pike as the real lead is undeniable. Season 1's overarching theme, "The future is what you make of it," mirrors Pike's internal struggle to accept or fight the destiny he's seen. Season 2 doubles down by showing how Pike's compassion influences not only his crew, but also adversaries, like Captain Batel's delicate negotiations with the Klingons. Where other captains in Trek history are often mythologized as infallible, Strange New Worlds presents Pike as quietly vulnerable. We see him cooking for his officers, wrestling with romantic complications, even questioning his readiness to command during a time of looming war. Mount's nuanced performance bridges classic Trek optimism with modern psychological depth. And it's this blend that keeps viewers emotionally invested, even in episodes where Pike takes a backseat to another crew member's arc. An ensemble of perspectives, but not an ensemble-led. What Mount seems to be highlighting is a subtle but important distinction. Strange New Worlds thrives on multiple perspectives. Each episode may spotlight a different officer, but the narrative gravity always returns to Pike. This contrasts with true ensemble dramas like Battlestar Galactica or Deep Space Nine, where no single character consistently anchors every storyline. The show's writers appear to embrace this hybrid approach. By giving the illusion of an ensemble, they can explore characters like Nurse Chapel or Lieutenant Ortegas in depth while still maintaining Pike as the thematic cornerstone. It's a storytelling model that feels fresh for Trek, a captain-centric series without neglecting the crew. The real stakes behind Mount's words. Mount's remarks also come at a pivotal time for Strange New Worlds. With Season 5 rumored to be its last, speculation swirls about how the show will land Pike's story. Will it end with his fateful accident, directly bridging into the original series canon? Or will it subvert expectations and chart an alternate destiny? By reaffirming Pike as the true lead, Mount may be hinting at a final act that revolves squarely around his captain's choices. Such a move would not only honor the character's arc, but also cement Strange New Worlds as a deeply personal tale. One man's journey through leadership, friendship, and inevitable loss. Fans react. Relief, resistance, and re-evaluation. Predictably, Trek fandom lit up after Mount's interview. Some fans expressed relief, saying it validated what they already felt. "This has always been Pike's show," wrote one Redditor. Others worried it might signal fewer big arcs for characters like Lon or Uhura. Still others welcomed the clarification, noting that recognizing Pike as the lead doesn't diminish the ensemble's importance, it reframes it. It also raises interesting questions about how future Trek series might approach leadership. With shows like Discovery and Lower Decks experimenting with multiple focal points, Mount's comments suggest that clarity of lead can strengthen a show's identity, even when it celebrates many voices. The captain at the helm. Ultimately, Mount's revelation doesn't diminish the contributions of the rest of the cast. It elevates them. By centering on Pike, Strange New Worlds gives each